What's good, YouTube? Today we're back with another video from not Lorente or not Lawrence. It's about the brokest people in fiction. I think it's gonna be a tough video. He got a decent amount of subscribers, but he's also a smaller creator. So we're really here to see the authenticity, see what type of topics we dealing with. As always, your boy sliding on your timeline. You know what I'm saying? Try to give y'all tough content. You feel me? As always, we're gonna pre-fire a little likey like. You feel me? And if the content's good, we're gonna subscribe. When we subscribe, we make sure we hit that bell so we don't miss the movement. That's how you make sure YouTube don't fall off. Also, check out our Discord comment link in the description. You get notified every time I go live. That is, I'm about to say, every time I post a video, just twice daily for YouTube. And every time I go live, it helps you stay tapped on the community. We're very close to affiliate, and I have officially made the promise that anyone who is tapped in before we hit affiliate, I'm gonna give you VIP. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in with the bit with channel funds gonna be enabled. We're gonna be at a gambling. So yeah, just make sure y'all don't miss the movement, man. Especially y'all YouTube people. I really y'all got a special place in my heart, bro. I appreciate y'all for helping me get to 60 subs. As always, drink y'all some water, get y'all some good sleep, and get y'all some sunlight. And I haven't been saying it in the last couple of videos, but y'all have 24 hours to do 3 good deeds. I didn't forget. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't always have to do the 3 good deeds, but like, I think it's an easy way to make yourself stronger, man. More resilient, because remember, the only path is forward. And I appreciate y'all boys for tapping in. Without further ado, though, let's get straight into the video. Talk to me.
Have you ever checked your bank account and thought, man, I'm back in the negatives?
Me today.
And not for the first time as well. I think we can all agree that we need money, cash, dinero, to do practically anything in this world, let alone survive. But unfortunately, not everyone has access.
It's so crazy to me that we pay for water. Like, just thinking about it, because I drink hella water. Because it's really healthy. But, like, you got to pay to drink that.
It's a generational wealth. Most of us are broke. However, today I'm going to be shedding light on characters who were broker than you and I. Characters that couldn't keep the lights on. Characters that couldn't buy anything besides bread. Characters like Spider-Man. I want to begin by saying I have nothing against Peter Parker.
So
As a matter of fact, I loved Spider-Man growing up. However, I think we can all agree that he is indeed a broke-ass nigga. In particular, Spider-Man 2 and 3. I mean, he was literally running from the rent man, because anytime Mr. Dickovich saw him, all he heard was rent. He caught Peter with bread one time and took it with no hesitation. And that was his birthday money as well. I would have been seeing red if that was me. Because do you know how expensive New York is? Peter was working 2 jobs and still struggled to stay afloat. Alright, so he was working 1 job. I have to give Peter his ratings though. He was truly a hero for the love of the game. Because if I was him, there is no way I'm going to be a superhero and broke. I'm sorry. These are mutually exclusive events. You think I'm going to be out here saving the people of New York, doing better work than the police force for free?
I mean, I would do it for free because, like, you don't want to work under the government because then, like, you're not an autonomous hero. And then, like, that kind of defeats the purpose because some of these governments are corrupt and their jobs serve their own purpose. But I will still start, like, a GoFundMe, bro. Spider-Man official GoFundMe. I like put donation boxes on top of buildings or something. I mean, those donation boxes are getting robbed. So the best way is digitally make a Cash App or something. And I'm not asking nobody. I'm just gonna like have everybody know I'm gonna post about it and stuff. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, donate to me. I just saved your life. It's just like if ever someone wants to donate, they can. You're still most likely gonna be broke. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Miss me with that. Someone better send me that check, otherwise I'ma turn into a problem. And that is why I can never become a hero. For those who have a good memory of Spider-Man 2, you might recall the scene where Doc Ock was robbing the bank and was a hero. For those who have a good memory of Spider-Man 2, you might recall
that's Donald Davenport.
The scene where Doc Ock was robbing the bank and was literally giving Peter the bag.
And
I'm over here thinking, bro, you need that. You have 2 outfits in your closet. Go get your drip up. Or more importantly, go get a nicer place that comes with a bigger bed, because I know you brought no baddies to this crib. Like I said, no baddies. I still can't believe he went and bought MJ a ring. Ugh. And he had to corner it as well. The shopkeeper really put that option on display as soon as he saw Peter. Bro must have felt the poverty from a mile away. It may be a different movie, but Peter was still dodging rent like Rod Wave dodging salads. Mr. Dickovich tried to ask for the payment one time, but came across a black Peter. And guys know he was always on timing in more ways than one.
Dang. Incredible.
There is no way I can do a video about being broke and not include everyone from Squid Game.
Yeah, they're low-key risking their lives just for pure cheese.
Everyone here was suffering from crippling debt. The masked men started bailing out people, and I was hearing some crazy numbers being thrown up. This guy had a debt of over $1 billion, which is like
how you get that.
700k. And that leads me to ask two questions. Who is lending you such copious amounts of bread? And how are you losing all of it? I know some of these people definitely got scammed. Imagine having to go on Squid Game because you got set up by Jane, who lives 1 mile away. I think I would cry for a week. Although Keon's debt wasn't as wild as $1 billion, it's definitely still up there. He owed money to the bank, and worst of all, loan sharks. The situation got so bad that he was forced to sign away his physical rights. And what that means is, if he's unable to pay them on the next installment, they were allowed to sell his organs. And it doesn't help his case that he's also got a gambling addiction. Loans plus gambling equals hardship. This is a well-known equation. He didn't have the means to gamble, nor was he able to borrow more money. So he went the extra mile and used his mom's credit card for the parlays. And it wasn't like he was betting on basketball or football games. Bro stole the card so that he could bet on horses. This is like 90% chance, and I would know because I've done it myself. No, my mom's credit card, of course. That's insane. Keon was so brass that he couldn't even get his daughter fried chicken on her birthday. Hashtag worst father in fiction. If you know the lore behind Squid Game, then you may have heard of a show called... I won't speak about it too much because I intend to do a video on it at some point in the future. But just know that a lot of inspiration was taken from it when creating Squid Game. The anime follows the life of a bum called Kaiji, who similar to Kian had a gambling addiction, and just like all bad gamblers, he's in debt. But so am I. Let me tell you something real quick. University is the greatest scam to ever exist, but guys aren't ready for that conversation yet. Trust me. The main difference between this bozo and Kian is that he co-signed the debt of one of his co-workers. When you look at this from one perspective, you might think, oh, how generous. But no, how stupid. He barely knew the guy at the time, and now he has to pay the Yakuza millions of yen for a debt that wasn't even his. But just like Squid Game, he gets given a chance to clear it and then some by playing a series of games. I don't know what's with these guys in gambling. When the fun stops, stop. The only gambling I've ever done was FIFA packs, and was it worth it? 1000%. I mean, I never got anything good.
Yeah, like I gamble in video games.
Apart from that one time. But that's never hit.
Look, I gamble in video games, right? And it's fun. And then I don't go gateway and go, I need to gamble in real life. But also, if we hit affiliate, thanks to you guys, you'll be able to gamble with channel points. I like gambling with stuff that's not going to, like, put me in Squid Game.
Here nor there. The next person I have on this list is someone who was truly stuck in the mud. And his name is... And just like the character that came before him, Denji's also in debt to the Yakuza. No surprise there. But it's not even his fault. Like, he's just a product of a sad backstory. His mother died of a heart illness, and his dad, in the most PG way possible, turned into Hangman, and as a parting gift, left him with a debt of 38 million yen. Denji was just a kid at the time. Where's he meant to get that type of money from? He ends up getting contracted to work for the Yakuza as a means to clear the amount. But for every job he did, they taxed him like crazy, to the point where he was having one slice of bread as his only meal for the day. Desperate times call for desperate measures because Denji sold his right eye, his kidney, and one of his nuts. I know you can buy and sell pretty much anything and everything on the black market, but who the flip is buying a singular nut? And if so, why? Actually, I take that back. I don't want to know why. It's evident that Denji was going through it for years, and yet he never even asked for much. All he ever wanted was a normal life, a life that consisted of a house rather than a shack, a life where he didn't have to imagine what jam and bread tastes like, a life that may even include a girlfriend. Unlike all the other characters I mentioned, Denji's situation is different because it wasn't due to a gambling addiction or extortionate city living. It was purely circumstantial, just like... Reading or watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory almost felt like a mandate growing up in the UK. However, Roald Dahl was a very good author, so no complaints from me. Charlie Bucket is a child born into poverty. He lived with his mom, dad, and all his grandparents in a house that is 1, incomplete. Charlie slept on the top floor of the gaff, and the floor wasn't even finished. Number 2, this place is literally leaning. Just look at the door. How is that even possible? Life at the Bucket residence sucked. Charlie's dad probably had it the worst because he was doing graveyard shifts at a toothpaste factory just to come home to a wife that could nothing but cabbage water. Like, when are we gonna have chicken or something? And the description of their home life is 10 times worse in the book because they were only allowed seconds on Sundays. Bearing in mind, they still had cabbage water on Sundays, but they were just allowed more of it then. The book also mentions that everyone in the gaff had to save up for a whole year just to buy Charlie a chocolate bar for his birthday, which he then saved over the course of a month. That means he was having 1/30th of the bar every day. At that point, are you even enjoying it? I'm sure we are all somewhat clued up on the story of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but as usual, I'm always for it regardless. Charlie finds money on the floor, buys a Wonka bar, and uncovers the last golden ticket, and the rest was history. Him and 4 other brats go on a tour through Mr. Willy's factory, but one by one, they succumb to their human nature: gluttony, pride, greed, and wrath. At the end of it all, Charlie was the last one left, and as a reward, Wonka gave him the entire chocolate factory. And mark my words when I say this come up was glorious.
Insane,
just like the OG soundtrack.
It's kind of lucky though that he was in there with idiots.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. From cabbage water and slanted houses to owning a chocolate empire, dreams really do come true. I'm gonna have to change the title of the video because some of these guys actually got a come up. As you already know, Mr. 456 won the Squid Game, dyed his hair, cut his hair, and went back for round 2. He's a better man than me because I would have taken Gabos and gone to Mykonos. Denji massacred the Yakuza members that he was in debt to and got that normal life he always wanted. Kind of. And Kaiji, well, he went from being in debt to rich back to broke, so I guess it's a win. Peter never got a come up in the Sam Raimi trilogy, but I'm sure there's a rich Peter somewhere in the comics. Many of us can relate to these characters. Okay, maybe not the extravagant debts, but definitely to what it feels like to be low on funds. And I'm almost certain that we've all thought to ourselves at one point, how do I become rich? How do I retire my parents? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you that there is only one thing you need to do if you want to become rich. And that is... Wait, you guys are still here? I don't know how to become rich yet. But what I do know is that's all she wrote.
Hey. Okay, that was actually tough. I messed up. Ugh. Timmy. I think that was tough. He got some soul in his videos. Shout out. Hold on, I gotta wait for the subscription added to disappear. Yeah, I want to know all notifications. Shout out Not Laurent. Yeah, bro. His videos is tough. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of him on this channel, man. But taking one out of his book, that's all she wrote. You know what time you can find me.